Nick, we've obviously talked a lot about the defense in a positive sense over the last week or
Yep.
so. Obviously, that was not the case tonight. Just what led to the breakdowns?
Well, we had a little bit of a energy issue, obviously tonight. I think that created a little bit by both ends. Really, I thought we didn't establish very much offensively early. Kind of tried to jump shoot them out early, and that just put us in transition. And they were obviously part of what they were going to do tonight was try to run us after the back-to-back. And just in general, right? And we were late back. They were moving a heck of a lot faster than we were. Just a step behind right from the start at both ends, and that just dug ourselves a huge hole, and it just kind of continued. Yeah.
Was there for you guys a hangover from last night in terms of how you lost the game last night?
Yeah, I mean maybe. I think you got to get over those quick. I don't know if that was part of it, or just a lot of our key guys played big minutes last night and then don't get anything to show for it really. But you got to come to play. That's the schedule, and you got to get ready to go to battle. And we certainly weren't ready at the start tonight.
Just how would you assess Joel's performance overall tonight?
Well, I think again. I'm not sure I liked I'll include myself in this, establishing him early in the game, right? And he kind of was out of the game for the first, even though he was in, wasn't really involved in the game, I should say, it probably as much as we needed him to be. Then, obviously, we start finding him, and he started going to work, and I thought he was pretty aggressive, took it inside, got to the free throw line quite a bit. I kind of liked the way he played, but we probably should have involved him at the start.
There was a point in the third where I think you got it down to like 13
Yeah.
or something like that, and that's when Steph kind of went on that run.
Yeah.
Just when you're in the midst of that, when an all-time great player is doing what they do, just what does that feel like as a coach?
Well, I mean, I think that it's not like the first time I've been through it. I think what you got to do is understand that it may be coming, right? He may make 3 in a row or something. And the biggest thing is your team. You can't get too dispirited. You just got to understand that you just got to keep doing your best. I mean, we obviously didn't make him miss a 3 all night, right? But a lot of that was just, most of those were just lost him in transition and things, and we couldn't get matched up, or we got weird matchups, and then we just didn't do a good enough job on him. But when you're in the middle of one of those, you gotta try to get the ball back, get down there and try and get some of it back, and then just keep fighting. I mean, he's gonna make them. He's probably the greatest shooter ever to play. So can't be too surprised if he makes a few in a row, or he banks one in, or whatever he ends up doing.
Is there a little bit more of an onus for you guys to, I don't want to say play perfect, because nobody's going to play perfect,
Yeah.
but is there a little bit more onus for you guys to play as close to really well as possible given the start of your season?
Well, I mean, I think that, again, I think you go look at maybe the last 15 or 16 games, and there's been, maybe 14 of the 16 we've played pretty well. We really, executed, give ourselves a chance. We didn't win them all, but we gave ourselves a chance to. Did win a lot of them. Probably going to get 1 or 2 of these sprinkled in a 20-game span, right? So I think we've got our 2 sprinkled in now, right? But to your point, we gotta regroup, man, and go get this next one, and ends up being a decent road trip. Not an easy road trip. Ends up being a decent road trip if we can go get the next one. Yep.
Coach, I mean, getting back to Curry, is it also one of those nights too where it looked like he was kind of in his zone tonight? Because there were a couple times he made some shots where even I think he seemed surprised by the result.
He had a couple of those, I think, but he certainly made a lot of spectacular shots. I think the one he banked in obviously probably surprises anybody, and then he pulled one from about 40 feet. I think it might have been his last one, but it was one of the last ones, and he made that one too. So. Yeah, I mean, listen, you let him shoot it in any way, he's got a chance of making it go in. He can make them guarded, he can make them from anywhere on the court, and he can make them in a variety of ways. All right, thanks everybody.